Let's get out of here. Like I said, they don't sell that model anymore. But you can get similar models.
Yeah, I did see that. Was it Siemens have just released like a new tech one that actually makes the whole cappuccino thing from the button as well?
Yeah, they. I'll just go around to the. They there are various machines. It depends how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was reading the forums about it, and people were asking how much should I spend? What's a good coffee machine? Blah blah blah. The real kind of connoisseurs spend about £1,000 on a coffee machine, or 1,000 to 1,500. But they didn't start there. They kind of went there. That what they said was, if you once you start spending more than about £500 on a coffee machine, then not only do you get great coffee, but if you want to upgrade later, that machine will still be resellable on the second-hand market because it's still a very good machine, if you see what I mean. Whereas if you buy like a £100 coffee machine and try to sell that, it's just a throwaway item essentially. But once you get above a certain level, it still retains its value, bizarrely. My machine's only about 300 odd quid, so it's not in that category.
I just feel like, I mean, partner doesn't drink coffee, so it would only be for me. I just don't think that I would get enough use out of it.
Yeah. No, yeah. I that's definitely true. Unless you're making, well, I don't know, when you end up working from home, right, you end up making a lot more coffees anyway, so.
And, in non-COVID times when you can actually have people over, Yeah. Who would have thought that'd ever catch on?
But yeah, if you like, what they were saying was, don't spend £1,000 on a coffee machine. Like, get one that somebody's selling second hand that's a good machine, and start that. Before that, I used to have a grinder and a separate coffee machine before I ended up buying one that did both. But without a doubt, if you grind the coffee and make a coffee, it tastes better. Without a doubt, it's just so much fresher and better. Very muddy here.
Are you... No, you're not where I thought you were, that's right.
If I can avoid that mud and go over the grass there. Can you drive vehicle mods in multiplayer? I don't know. You roast your own coffee. Nice. I think he is in the same map. Last I heard, he was on the big slope.
Yeah, I'm just about to do a. I'm just about to drop a trailer off because I think I need it for the moment. So I'm at the top of that big slippery hill thing.
What, the really steep one?
Yeah.
The one that you can just blast down.
Yeah, I managed to just about make it up okay, but I'm in a truck that's not particularly great on fuel consumption, so it's kind of a match of refueling strategically rather than running out in the middle of nowhere.
Thanks, Tree. I just need you to stay where you are.
See, for me, if it's a tree or a lamppost, I go for the lamppost every time.
Well, Wish I had a lower gear at this point. Still spinning the wheels.
Haven't you got a low? You can go down one, can't you?
No, not on this one.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
That looks like you can.
No, it doesn't. Look, it won't move. It's greyed out.
No, mine's greyed out. Yours is white. How does that make sense?
It's greyed out. Look, I can't. All right, I can. No, hang on. No, it wouldn't move a minute ago. Oh, it's really awkward. That's why. It's just really awkward.
Thank you very much. That's fine.
Anyone tried the new Jaffa casks? No?
I thought there was another brick framing up where I was, but for some reason all the brick framings on my map have just disappeared.
Wait, what? They've all disappeared?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good. Where are you? There is no brick framing up there. Nope.
I see it on the... okay. The thing has disappeared, but there is actually one.
Yeah, they've all gone. It does... Why is it does that? I can't remember now.
Because it's something like... Because you're in this map, it doesn't show you. If you go to the other map and then spawn back here, it'll show you. It's ridiculous.
It's the dumbest thing in the game. Yeah, Jinsu. Northern England's getting blasted with snow right now, but down here, nothing.
I have bright blue sky out my window.
It's actually was blue sky and is now raining.
Yeah, it was beautiful this morning, then it rained, and now it's beautiful, and it'll rain again in a minute. I won't run.
Not quite 2 weeks, Mickey, almost. No, I don't... Wait, Vrome, you had some snow not long ago.
I swear he uploaded it. Or maybe is he classing that as a frost rather than snow?
Maybe. Yeah, Donkey, I try to take a break in January and then again in about summertime. It's like twice a year. But yeah, December's always very busy, so I try and take a bit of time off in January just to unwind.
Are you hoping to get some flight hours in, or not looking likely?
Nah. But you can't even fly to another airfield right now. Like,
yeah, but I thought you only needed like 10 takeoff and landings to keep your thing in ticket or whatever.
No, I just need to go and do 3. Like, if I do 3 circuits, that's it. That's all I need to do for like 12 weeks or something. But
okay,
it's kind of like I don't honestly see being able to land away until at least April, May. You know, until the vaccines roll. I just can't see them doing it. Which means I might as well just not spend the money, let my currency lapse, and then I won't lose my SEP, I'll just lose my currency. So all it means is back in April or May when I can fly again, I just say to instructor, right, can we go up for an hour? We go up for an hour, do a quick refresh, and off we go. Like,
yeah, which is worth it more than
than trying to maintain every... Yeah. What's the point in just doing circuits? It's just boring. And there's hardly anybody on the radios because nobody's manning the radios.
Yeah, I suppose there's nobody at North Wheel Tower, is there?
Maybe, but it's, you know, probably not. I would suggest it'll just be pilots talking to each other. I can't imagine they've got... Actually, I don't know. There might still be a tower because the police and their ambulance operate out of there, so they maybe keep the tower going.
Oh, maybe. Mickey, yes, definitely. It's just obviously with COVID, me and Paul haven't been able to get back up into the skies since the last trip that we did.
No.
Have we tried? No, you went into like tier 2 when tier 2 was the max, wasn't it? And then
we hit tier 3 at one
next
point.
one. Yeah.
And then, yeah, moved into 4.
Yeah. But yeah, we were in the process of planning the next one, weren't we? And then the tier system came out, wasn't it? And
yeah,
me and you were in different tiers, wasn't it?
The lockdown came back for a month and that shut it all down.
That's right. We were hoping to go up, yeah, early November, weren't we?
We were going to either go to Duxford or Isle of Wight.
That's right.
And then the lockdown shut it all down.
Yay!
Through most of November, if I remember.
Yeah, it was in November. It was like the 4th to the 5th or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just like somebody was saying about yesterday about am I okay during COVID, and I just say to them I don't think about it anymore. I just focus on what I'm doing and not on the fact that I can't go anywhere. Because if you dwell on that, if you dwell on the fact that you can't go out and can't go to places, then you're just mentally going downhill. You're better off just focusing on what you're doing, keep your head down, and just not think about the fact that you can't go places.
Yeah, it's almost the ignore theory of life, isn't it?
It is. It's just a mental shift, but it's quite significant. If you take your mental focus away from it, you won't negatively suffer so bad. That's my approach, anyway.
Yeah.
Can you remember down at the railway station? Was the easier route to go through that muddy bit or get on the track?
It's the track is definitely more convenient, but the risk of toppling is amplified. So it's the usual SnowRunner decision, isn't it? Of is that more of an advantage or not? I came there half loaded. I went the railway line half loaded. I didn't go through the railway full loaded.
How long am I going for? Just about 10 days-ish, something like that. Just want to have a break. I'm going to shoot the video tour, the studio tour as well during the break, so it's not completely a break, but it's the best time to do it. Clear the room out, shoot the tour, and then...
Yeah, it's the best opportunity for that, isn't it?
Yeah, but the rig tour will come later.
Well, it's not quite finished, is it?
No, I've still got to get the Bravo throttle thingy on there. I've got to figure that out somehow. If I could, I'd quite happily go to like Tenerife for a week and just sit in the sunshine, but we're not allowed to do that either.
Well, you can, isn't it? But you have to spend 2 weeks in isolation, and then you have to spend 2 weeks in isolation when you come back. So
yeah, given that I've not had the vaccine, I've not had the vaccine, and I've not had COVID. I don't fancy risking getting it.
No,
it's not worth it. This doesn't look good at all. This looks like completely stuck. And stuck again. Flippin' heck. The truck's doing more than you thought it could, yeah. It sometimes just requires you to have like something you can winch on. As you saw then, I wasn't using it to pull me out. I was just using it to like wiggle and rock the truck. Just enough to make it move. You get stuck in a rut and you just need a bit of movement to get it out the rut.
Yeah, it's sort of when you get hard. It's like a slight beach, isn't it, on a trunk or anything, isn't it? You just need a little bit of a oomph just to.
Yeah, just a little wiggle. School should shut, Rage Lurk. Dude, that seems to be an ongoing debate. Lots of people are saying they should close the schools, and lots of people saying they shouldn't. It's an unanswerable question, that one.
And the best part is there's no right answer.
No. I kind of feel like you have to leave it to personal choice, but then even that's fraught with problems because there might not be enough kids' parents saying yes to warrant having teachers turn up. And then what about the choice the teachers get? Like, do the teachers get a choice over this? Like, why should they be forced to go to school or go to work for them and catch COVID?
Yeah, well, I mean, my neighbour's grandchildren, their parents are both police officers, so they've been obviously working throughout. And there was like a week last year where it was like, would you like him to come to school because he's going to be the only one now? So it was like, his education is like massively in front of all the other students because he's basically had one-to-one tuition for the whole of 2019. Wow. It's ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, schools are definitely a way of spreading the virus, aren't they? Because if a family gets it, their kid goes to school, spreads it to the other kids, and then the teachers and everybody else. It's a massive infection point. But the damage being done to kids not being educated is only going to backlog because the years underneath them, like, everybody's getting older, and the progression of moving through the years doesn't stop. So what do you do about that? Well, no, the supermarkets are different, Hoexter. The supermarket, like, when kids go to school, they are in close contact. In the supermarket, it's full of adults distancing. In a school, it's full of young people just, playing in the playground or whatever, mixing in corridors, and it's a completely different environment. Oh, that's a huge boulder. Yeah, Kirby, exactly. Yeah, but equally, Sabika, you could say that younger kids are they're a higher risk in a way because they don't understand the rules properly. They don't understand the risks. They're more likely to come in close contact and play with each other in the playground. Playing games like Tick or whatever they do these days, I don't know. This is the problem, like, there is no solution. And all we're really doing is storing up other problems. Be it financial, educational, health is just one vector. Young kids don't wash their hands, like, properly all the time, do they? Everybody knows that. So that's a risk.
It's a conversation that can carry on until all of us are blue in the face.
I mean, I take a slightly different view on it. Everybody has an opinion, and they're all entitled to it. as am I, but there is no actual real solution here. If there was, we'd be doing it. Like I say, you slow one thing down, you just cause another problem. It is like playing whack-a-mole.
Cause and effect. And, you know, basics of physics, for every action there is an equal opposite reaction. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Armin, if you can take a year out, you might be better just doing that.
I know a lot of people have got going to uni for the first time. They've all deferred for a year because.
Yeah. So what's that going to do next year?
Yeah, and it's sort of this case of that's fine, but when it comes to, because there is obviously the main point that most of them have done it for is that, you know, they didn't sign up to go to uni to learn over Zoom.
Exactly.
You know, that whole uni experience is not being fulfilled at the moment.
Imagine paying $9 grand for that.
Yeah, $9 grand to sit in your student digs and learn on Zoom, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yoshi, no. It won't be over it by April. No.
Nope.
No. It won't even be over in 12 months' time, Yoshi.
Yeah, it's if we can have a quote-unquote normal Christmas next year, we would have done well. But I don't see that happening.
It takes a while to vaccinate 80 million people. And even then, the success rate is only like 90% on the vaccine, depending on which vaccine you go for. And they're going to start with the higher risk and older people first and then work down.
Yeah, my nan's got hers booked in. She's 87? 87? 80... Oh, yeah, 87.
Yeah, the 80+ are real high risk, aren't they?
Yes.
You can't get a vaccine until the middle of 2021. I think that in the UK they're talking about using the army to help vaccinate, just because of the sheer numbers involved. Oh, I don't like this. There's no trees or anything. Before weeks to help the population half 22 weeks. I mean, the thing is, the more people get vaccinated, the lower the R number will be, because they are not going to spread it by catching it and then spreading it, are they? So there is that. Like, once you've vaccinated a third of the population, that's a third that won't then catch it and spread it. So the numbers start to pile up. New data shows that people who got COVID can be immune for life. What? I don't believe that. Oh, now which way do I go here? The rocks are risky and so's the mud. Well, we've already had one mutation of it. It's perfectly normal for these viruses to mutate. Yeah, Bob Law. I mean, I agree with you, sir. You know, we've done our bit to try and stay within the law, but there are many people who don't. Our next door neighbours for one. But what can you do? Do I think the virus is man-made deliberately? That's completely impossible to prove, isn't it? Like, there's no way. We know... I watched a program, and obviously I only know what the program said, but the program was talking about like where the virus came from in China and how they've got laboratories about 20 kilometers away from where the virus is thought to have come from, which is from bats in a cave. And they know that they were in this laboratory, they were experimenting on these viruses to try and learn from them, etc., etc. It's entirely feasible that the virus came from that laboratory and one of the technicians or scientists effectively accidentally leaked it. Like, these things happen. They do the best not to leak anything, but it can happen. So you could say, well, did the scientist accidentally leak it, or was it a deliberate thing? Did the virus come from the bats in the cave, or was it man-made? Was the virus a mutation? Was it something they were experimenting with? They were splicing together proteins and this thing came out? There's literally no way. It's impossible to know. You know, you've got... I don't want to get political. You've got, like, America saying, like, China did it, but then why would China release it in their own country? That seems like the weirdest thing to do. So, there's no point even speculating, is there? Because none of us know. None of us. We have no idea what's going on in these laboratories.
And you probably never will. No.
It's all state secret stuff. There's no way you're ever going to find out. And even if it did, nobody'd ever admit to it. So, you can speculate all day long.
Yeah, I was the one that made COVID. Sorry about that. Like, it's not gonna just never, is it?
Hang on, what do you say the fuel truck was? Because I'm pretty low on fuel here.
It's not where you are. It's at the other end of the lane. Go up the hill to the east.
Yikes. Yeah, I'm not going to make it that far, I don't think. I'm going to have to bring the fuel truck down if I can, but I seem to remember it's a horrible fuel truck that can't be moved. Chinese made things don't normally last this long. You'll never be short of conspiracy theories when it comes to this stuff. It said repeatedly it's not a man-made virus. Telltale signs of the DNA. Yeah, I personally think it was an accident. I think it accidentally got released. Where the virus senses human cells do not resemble typical methods we are using in the labs to build reliable viruses. What thus mean it's not man-made? 16 litres of fuel. I think that 14. I ain't making it. I'm so close. Is that the truck over there? Service truck.
No, that's not got fuel.
Oh, great. So where is it then?
To the east of where you... To the south of where you are now.
You just drove past me?
In the opposite direction? Yeah.
I didn't see you.
No, I didn't come from in front of you. I came from behind you.
So when you say it's east, what do you mean?
South. Go towards the tunnel entrance.
Oh, you're kidding me.
There you go. Just in front of the gateway to Big Salmon Peak.
I can't get back there now. Is that...
It's a truck with a fuel trailer attached. It's a service truck with a fuel trailer. Yeah.
why it just disconnects trailers when you load the game in? It's annoying.
Well, one less hitch point for it to lag out on. I don't know.
Applied by the face mask companies. We need to increase sales of face masks. What do? Let's start a virus.
Well, don't you wish you'd bought some sanitizer shares back in 2018?
I think Rent-A-Kill share price went up a bit this year.
Last year. Probably.
Are you considering designing merch face covering masks? No. No, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. It feels like, on the one hand, you could say, well, I have to wear a face mask anyway, so why can't I have a nice designer one with the squirrel logo on it? I can see that point of view. On the other hand, you'll have people turn around saying, oh, you're just profiteering from this pandemic, which I can also understand the point of view of. I'm like, I don't want to profiteer out of a pandemic, so let's just not even go there. A squirrel mask filled with nuts. Well, no, that's a food mask. That's a different thing.
They have those for horses. They're
exactly.
Food bags.
A food bag. This mask that has nuts in it.
Yeah, can you imagine selling that and like the allergic peanut people? Oh my god.
Yeah, it says on the mask, may contain nuts.
Yeah.
Food bags for humans. Wasn't there that on Spitting Image? It had Trump on it and stuff, and he had a mask on, and the scientist said, "Oh, you don't need to wear a mask in here. It's a safe environment." And he removed it. He said, "It's not a face mask. It's a food bag." And he was like, "Om nom nom." He was literally eating behind this mask. Target. Wait, what? Not close enough, apparently. Uh, 69 months, Battle Calton, thank you very much. Beastly Greg, thank you for 78 months. Oh my god, look at that hill. I don't reckon I've got the horses for this. We'll see. That's assuming I even get through this mud. And there's no winch points. Rip. That's me well and truly stuck. I'm currently doing 1 inch per litre.
Hey Paul, a topic, but I am about to buy a bunch of flight sim software. A 320 some airports, active ski, etc. Do you have any referral codes that support the stream for these? Just checking in case you do before I start buying stuff.
No, Hero, I don't have any referral codes for flight sim stuff like that, no. So go right ahead. Go ham on it, Hero. But thank you for asking, sir. Wow, look at that. Managed to wiggle my way through the mud.
Wiggle, wiggle. Sergeant Shave's arrived, I see.
Sergeant Shave. It's no shave, Dave.
No Shave Dave.
Oh, come on. I'm so close to that tree.
Shavid Hood Libido.
Are you serious? Not like this. Or lack of toothy chips.
Shouting power will give you 20 more horsepower, squirrel thing.
Well, it seemed to work, Toothy. I got a little boost when you sent that in. This is some thick mud. So if Poppy's hadn't like, you know, abandoned us, he could be here right now hauling.
Yeah, it's like this route is the worst and there isn't really another way through.
Nope. Right, let's see if we have enough horses for this. Or even friction.
I mean, I'm behind you, but I'm still stuck in the mud, so, yeah.
Imagine the strain on the gearbox and transmission doing this.
Yeah, I can hear the sympathetic oils running around going, please let me have a break, please!
Yep. Stop. And then you get to the slippy bit. Oh, you would never gear change on this army. You'd stick it in a gear and just keep going. It's exactly what I'm doing. No way would you gear change.
If it was risking blowing the turbo, you would do it.
Just hold the throttle. Blimey, that was a haul. Burnt 70 litres of fuel just going up there. Where are we actually dropping this off?
You got to turn left before you go into the factory where you are and up to the gold mine.
Oh, I'm not even here.
No, you're about a third of the way.
I gotta go. I don't think I'm gonna have enough fuel to get through this, honestly. And even if I do, I'll get there with the fuel, but I won't be able to get back.
Oh, hey.
Okay, I guess that tree doesn't bend. Wow, do you see that? I just blew the horn and the fence panels fell over.
No, the fence is still standing up on my screen.
That Russian horn power.
Do you need some help, or are you just making slow progress?
I had to get out of the ridges that you'd made. I think it was making it worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's the usual. I've been up here twice now, so perhaps the ridges are getting bad for you.
Quite possibly. Which way do you normally keep left here, do you?
I normally keep left and on the snow bank, and then turn right through the trees.
Bjorn, thank you for 51 months.
If you go straight through these sort of firs, and then there's two big rocks, if you take the right turn just about here, you sort of cut some of the mud out. He says as he slams, completely stopped.
Why is it called runner when you're crawling? I think it's to do with like doing job runs rather than running through snow. You know, like the guys in stock trading floors are called runners because they like go from one broker to another. It's like that kind of thing. Yeah, Bjorn, I'll be back. Not next weekend, but the one after, hopefully. We'll see how things go. Because the problem is, Bjorn, when I stop streaming today, right? If I take 2 weeks off now, effectively I'm only back in like 16, 17 days or something, which is nearly 3 weeks. But if I only take off next weekend, I get 10 days, but it's not quite 2 weeks. You see what I mean? It's a tricky one. So it depends how the time goes, I think. I'll make a judgment. At the moment, I'm planning on coming back weekend after next. Do I have any plans, Blackmore? I want to watch some movies, catch up on stuff. I guess plan the year a bit. And just rest. Just have some me time. Those boulders are so annoying.
This is the part where I said, if Sabre are listening, I will spend £1,000 on a boulder DLC.
Yep.
This is the bit where I was. Do you see what I mean there?
It's the big boulders. The small ones I can deal with, but the big ones hit the axle. Do I need movie suggestions? I've got so much stuff recorded, man. Like TV documentaries and all kinds of things. I mean, just the ability to be able to move the rocks I could live with. Like some kind of tools, you know, bulldozer or snowplow, whatever. Something I can push things out of the way with. I would take that.
Yeah, or I don't know, a telehandler that's absolutely useless for anything else.
I accept that you get maps that are difficult, but give me the tools to solve the problem. Don't stray too far, I may need fuel on the way.
Well, now he says it.
I've got 65
Oh,
litres.
wow, you're a lot further back than I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll switch my...
I thought I'd say it before you disappeared over the horizon, you know?
Yeah, Dynamite and Tarmac DLC, please.
Already watched it, ED. I saw it before Christmas.
I've heard mixed things.
What about Souls?
Yeah.
It's not the best movie they've ever made, but it's fun and enjoyable. It's different to the normal stuff because it's about souls and stuff, and so it's a bit supernatural in that aspect, I guess. Yeah, I like you say, Hannah, it's not really a substance film. It's not deep or anything. It doesn't move you particularly. It does move you a little bit. Makes you think about some things, I guess. 48 litres remaining. Unpack cargo. No cargo to load. What?
Go press down on your D-pad.
I'm pressing down on my D-pad. Nothing is happening.
Okay, I had the same thing. I sort of jiggled it a bit and it eventually said, unload. Maybe use your mouse.
Why are you being weird, game? You shouldn't have unloaded the cargo. I didn't unload the cargo, I unpacked the cargo.
Oh yeah, you'll need to pack it. You need it packed to be able to...
Okay, they only take packed cargo, apparently.
Yeah.
Go figure that one. I need to slack my other trailer now. That's all 10, isn't it?
That's 10 done.
Woo!
So, do you... concrete slab.
Say again?
Yeah, I was having a contemplation moment.
So we don't know where concrete slabs are, do we? Or do you have to make them?
I had one... Oh, okay, I took that one. So the one that was stored, I've already brought. So we need to make 3. So we've got to take concrete to the concrete plant, I think.
We need... So we only need 3 slabs.
10... Yeah, there's 10 cement at the warehouse just down the road from the factory. So, in theory, we could move 6 cement up to the concrete plant to make 3 slabs.
Well, which warehouse are you looking at?
The one south of the garage.
Ten cement, I see it. And where's the factory? Oh, there.
The concrete plant on the hill. The road that you were going before you realised you weren't going in the right direction.
Well, I don't fancy driving this trailer all the way back there, so I might just recover the truck and leave the trailer.
Well, the trailer store is back at the place where you went to turn around, so it's up to you as to whether you want to go back across this rocky path through the mud to get to the trailer store to return your trailer and then recover your truck or not. I can give you my fuel if you want.
All right, if you give me your fuel, I'll go back to the trailer store with this thing.
Can I actually do that? Have you got 92?
Yeah.
141?
Yeah.
191?
Yep.
200.
Yeah.
There you go. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to have a quick fire break.
Alright. Waypoints in multiplayer mode. Never really had a problem with them. They're a bit weird sometimes. But they work fine. Yeah, it does do that black mode. Like, just then I was right-clicking where I wanted it, and it was putting it in a specific place. If it does that, just drag the waypoint, and then it's fine. Yeah, Beyond Puppies has got the same problem. I can't load my friends list either. They managed to roll out a pre-Christmas bug as a gift to all the community. Here, have this inability to play with your friends over Christmas. We're working on a fix in January. Thanks. Tuna and chips. I don't think I fancy that combo. I mean, I've had tuna on jacket potatoes, nice, but I don't think I'd have it on chips. Yeah, minimap option top left of the screen would be nice.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Nutter. Yeah, so I just went through the living room. Partner's fast asleep in blankets in the sun, like a cat on the sofa.
Wait, what? What time did she get up?
About 11:30.
Wow. Just gone back to bed, basically.
Yeah.
Winter, she's hibernating.
Something like that. Yeah, I think so, Hannah. There seems to be... Basically, it's the equation of do you wake up the devil or leave it sleeping is basically the equation that you have to ask yourself.
Well, what reason would you have to wake up the devil?
It's true. It's true.
There's a new gate there. And Mr. Redcart, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome. Let's go here, here, here. These giant Russian trucks have switchable diff locks. They generally don't on the Russian ones. They're like an always-on diff. I really wish they'd make the snow like hit the ground and stay there. Quite muddy around here.
It is a wee bit, yeah.
Do you think that kind of vehicle would be good in Stormworks? Can you actually lock the diff in Stormworks?
Not that I'm aware.
Yeah. Think so.
You can have individual drive on wheels, and then obviously you could put a clutch in to decide whether you put drive to all the wheels all the times or not. But I don't think there's an actual diff lock.
Taking cement, aren't we?
Yeah.
They should add a differential into Stormworks.
Well, they've added modular engines, so
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, they just need to like modularize the transmission, don't they? Have they actually sorted the problem out in Stormworks where they don't really give you the proper telemetry? Like with the engines and the power and stuff, like they just give you this 0 to 1 thing, and it doesn't really tell you what the RPM is and what the flow rate is, like the actual proper data you can use to optimize an engine.
I haven't played it. I played V1. I haven't played it since they've done the modular engine update.
Right.
I don't know if modular engine's actually full release yet, or whether it's experimental.
Joe Quem, how you doing, sir? Let's go this way, that way, that way. Still experimental. I don't know if I kind of feel like they should improve the graphics in Stormworks. I think it puts a lot of people off the game. That kind of blocky aspect, very triangular. It's a hard sell on a modern game. It's a bit like The Long Dark and its cartoony look, you know? And the lighting in the cabins is just way too dark. I'd rather not do a barrel roll, thank you very much, Ghost. I thought we were going to do the British thing then.
Well, I thought about it, but I was already on this side of the road as you come around the corner, so...
Two British gentlemen just, you know, passing on the left.
Yeah.
The proper way.
The only way. Oh yeah, Mr. Brett San is moving to Japan. So he's going to be an hour closer to us.
I do remember him saying that. I thought he was moving at the end of the year, though.
No, he's, his daughter is going tomorrow, or today, and then he's going end of March is the aim, but he's got to sell his condo and stuff, so... Are you gonna take a trailer and we'll do 3 concrete slabs at once, or are we doing this trip twice?
Well, that was going to be my next question, is are we actually just unloading here, or...
In theory, you could unload and then go and get 2 cement and then pick a trailer up and then go and pick 2 slabs up.
Is that what you're doing?
Well, no, because we only need 3 slabs.
Oh, okay.
So we only need 1 truck with 1 and 1 truck with 2.
Well, you're ahead of me, so you better off grabbing the trailer, sure.
Okay, I'll grab it. So you make a concrete slab, and then I'll grab 2 more bits of... It's just now that I'm loaded up with a concrete slab, I don't want to go back down that muddy path, ideally.
Wait, so I'm going to go and get the cement, yeah? And then get a slab?
Yeah.
And you're going to get the trailer with the extra slab?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Taylor? It's a bit voxely. Yeah, but I don't know, voxely works better than... Where am I going here? Wrong way. Like, the voxel resolution's quite small. You still have people coming in going, oh, is this like Minecraft? But the Stormworks, like, polygons are straight out of Dire Straits, like, 1980 video. You know what I mean? Like, they're that kind of blockiness. And I think that's a hard sell. Like, the voxelness comes from what you can do with the game. Like, you can literally smash the voxel. How do you win this game? Well, just do the missions, really.
How do you win this game? You spend hours and hours and hours repeating the same action for the sake of it because the game bugs out.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, looking back when this game released and it had so many, like, bugs that we kept hitting, like, really nasty, furious bugs. And we said, oh, they probably released the game too early. And here we are, 9 months later, and the game still has some significant bugs in it. Like, okay. Like, the cargo duplication only got fixed just before Christmas, so that's 8 months on that bug? Same as Microsoft Flight Sim. Well, they've not had 8 months yet. Oh my god, this mud! Bet that tree won't stay though. Rip. Bugs are in the multiplayer. In which game? You on about Flight Sim or? Cool.
Can you post one up to me? Because obviously I'm not getting any one time soon.
What? Coffee?
Yeah.
It's only an instant though. It's not a decent coffee.
Oh, yeah. No, sorry, I'm not bothered then. No worries. If it was a coffee from the Squirrel Cafe, then I'd have definitely gone for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I say, she doesn't know how to use it.
I take it I'll start this journey and wait for you to catch up.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Where exactly are we going with it? Back to the stupid
where we
place
just
on the
came
hill?
from. Yeah.
Great.
Did you respawn a fuel truck at this end that's not damaged now?
Wait, where are you? Your nearest fuel truck is the one, yeah, the Varon that's not damaged. So yeah, just keep straight on at the end of the road and then turn right. And you'll get to it. I think we might need another one further along though.
Well, there's a fuel station, isn't there, before the railway line?
Yeah. But, I mean, I struggled.
Yeah, but you aren't going to have a trailer this time, are you?
No, but you are.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully this fuel truck will give me enough to get to the fuel station, and then the fuel station will give me enough to get to the truck that you've left at the bottom of the hill in the mud, yeah?
Are we going to the gold mine? Yes, we are. Oh, I don't like the look at this.
So annoying that you cannot take the fuel out of the massive, huge tank that's right next to you.
What, as in you have to,
You have to go into the truck that's got the fuel tanker on the back to then be able to swap into it to then put fuel into your truck.
Yep.
Pups, have you had another go at trying to rejoin at all?
Try rebooting your machine, turning your fridge off and on, scratching your head, rubbing your tummy. Turn around 3 times, click your heels together, and then try and join.
Oh.
Just to see if it works.
And pups, if that works, we need a video.
Yep. It's worth a try.
Yeah, I get that, ED, but it's not. That's not how. When you click refuel, it doesn't allow you to select the option of the fuel tank. So the dynamic of getting out of your truck to refuel it would be great, but it's not what you actually get.
This cement is ridiculously heavy. I'd say this cement is heavier than those bricks. Hope I've got enough fuel to get back to that truck.
It's all main road, in theory.
True.
And then now Paul experiments with the most clunkiest interface in the world.
So I'm crafting a slab, aren't I? Yes.
A slab confirmed.
One massive slab loaded.
Good luck. Thoughts and prayers with you. More about your fuel level than actually being able to make it.
Yeah, Dragon, that's what you do. If you go to one of these places, you bring components in and then you manufacture something else. Gives you a slightly more diverse gameplay.
Rather than, here's something that resembles a log. Take this log from this log to make this log that log.
But you can't go through this little barrier here because it doesn't allow logs.
No!
little wooden signpost saying factory. I just saw that because I'm in first person.
You got enough to get to the... Yeah, you're nearly there, aren't you?
Yeah. That bit's sorted. Hybrid of a game like Long Dark would be interesting. There's a few games that I'd like to mix and hybridize. Like, I'd like to take some of the Long Dark's survival elements and then mix it into some of the DayZ survival elements and then stick it into a setting like what you get in The Hunt with like a Louisiana 1850s zombified setting with supernatural monsters. Like, all of that stuck together would just be pretty mad, actually. And then add some base building and crafting on the side. I don't know. It could be mad. And of course, I've got to plough through the deep mud in the dark. Because why not? You would like Death Stranding, Josh? I have heard that Death Stranding contains a number of elements that require you to repeat them again and again and again.
Now that idea will never catch on. Right, I'm at the fuel station.
Well, achievements unlocked.
Yeah, I'm officially a third of the way there.
Well, don't you think, though, Navarine, that any game that adds repetition in a story-based game anyway is effectively just dragging things out a bit? Oh, God. Mayday.
As in requiring recovery, or... No, you're right.
Hang on. That was extremely close. Now I'm stuck on a boulder. Watch Dogs Legion, man. He likes a near study level sim racing game. The problem with that kind of game is the more... Here's the thing, Line Noise, and this is just a fact. The more realistic and the more study level you make something, the harder it becomes for the player to master, think of it that way. And because of that, the smaller the player base you end up with. So the more study level you make something, the more exclusive you make it as an audience. And that's why most games tend to blend a mixture of arcade and sim. Because they want to they want to tap into the audience that wants it difficult and realistic, but they also want to tap into the audience that just wants the feeling of, you know, driving a big truck or a train or a plane or whatever it is. And it's a tricky one, because you don't want to build a game that only a small subset of people will actually buy. The more mass market your game is, the more audience you'll hit, the more people will buy it, the more money. And any investor wants a good return.
Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.